analysis then on this really rare mass shooting in Australia. We're going to speak to our international affairs editor, Shirley Sitbon, who joins me now on set. Hi, Shirley. So this has been described, of course, as an anti-Semitic terrorist attack specifically targeting then Australia's Jews. What has the Australian Jewish community been saying then?
Well, it's been in shock, devastated, clearly, but feeling also not just fear and sadness, but also anger. And we can look at a tweet sent by one organization. Maybe we can read it. It says that this is a shock, but it's not really a surprise because the number of anti-Semitic attacks in the country has been multiplied by 5 since October 7th. So we can read this. What happened tonight is a tragedy, but entirely foreseeable. The Albanese government was warned so many times, but failed to take adequate actions to protect the Jewish community. That's from the Australian Jewish Association CEO. And even the neighborhood where this has happened, Bondi Beach, nearby, there was a brewery, which was its front door was torched. A kosher deli, which was also set alight. These are images from today, of course, but throughout these past 2 years, many attacks across Australia, also Melbourne. Actually, we know that the similar event was canceled apparently in Melbourne to avoid any insecurity. And also even threats there was a case of 2 nurses in Sydney Hospital who were suspended because they threatened to kill Jewish patients and refusing to treat them on TikTok. So events of the sort. And a few days ago, Jewish officials from across the world met in Australia to talk about this trend and about a plan to tackle anti-Semitism. But there was a whole debate in Australia where sometimes some people said that some of the measures suggested could be a blow to free speech. So it was being debated, but nothing apparently was actually applied from this new plan. And we don't know if the government is planning to change his way of fighting anti-Semitism.
Now, Shirley, can you tell us more about the event then where this shooting occurred, the significance that it had, again, for the Jewish community?
Yeah, this is one of the most important holidays, definitely the most festive one, probably in Jewish life. Hanukkah, the first day of Hanukkah, across the world, people unite, and there on Bondi Beach, maybe you can see a map of the area to see where they were gathering 1,000 people to light the first candle of Hanukkah, and it was really, just in a park next to the beach. We can see it we can see the shooting next to a playground, next to a pavilion. Many people, of course, on the beach. We saw these images of people running away from there. And people gather on that day, Jewish people, to light, often in public. And there's an organization called Chabad, which organized this specific event on Bondi Beach. And across the world, this organization has representatives everywhere, even when there is no Jewish community. In case a Jew person comes along and wants to have religious services, pray, or they have various representatives there. And their rabbi, the representative in Australia, was killed today in this attack. And actually, the Chabad organization has been targeted several times before because they are everywhere across the world and they are seen as a target by terrorist group and anti-Semitic groups. Of course, what we've seen also, we talked about these people that tried to stop the attack, tried to help. And perhaps many Jews in Australia can look at the images of people who held apparently victims' arms while they were waiting for emergency services to arrive, sometimes saving lives, people who, no matter the danger, stayed there to help out the victims. That's something that all Australians can look up to and think about today after this tragedy to try and come together. We heard various officials saying that time is to wrap, the Jewish community and all of the country comes together at these difficult times.
Shirley Sitbon, our international affairs editor, thank you very much.